Wait, you sign? Wait, I'm just trying to understand. Do you sign a contract like people?
I started out on OnlyFans, and I didn't even do nude. And then, you know, things happen with people in loading rooms, and you start taking stuff off for people.
Isn't that ST?
Why are you crying?
Because like you don't always choose what you do. You end up there in certain ways. And you don't realize it until it's there. Like sometimes you don't have a choice
because you chose it.
No, sometimes you end up on the internet on sites without your consent. That's what.
Yeah, I get that. I get that bad things can happen, but like you did choose to go into porn.
Oh yeah, and I very much accept it, but I don't encourage it. I don't promote my OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I don't understand why you're crying exactly.
Because it's like
crying for?
It's so materialistic. Like I don't want to hurt people, so like I don't want my porn to hurt people. So it's like I didn't look at like that before, how porn affects people, and I didn't know like it can hurt people. That I don't want to do it anymore.
So then stop doing it.
Well, no, if I stop doing it, then I can't help the industry do something about it.
Wait, you have to do porn, or you can't help the porn industry?
No matter what, once you do porn, it's like you said, it just said it's life. That's life. So, you know, you have to accept it and do what you can.
But you don't think there's any chance for salvation?
You're always viewed as something that you walk in a room, you're bought. Well, anyways, and so when you say prostitute or whatever, like I'm just spit on and called prostitute. And I didn't know, like, I don't consider myself prostitute. I pay taxes.
Well, how can you not be? Like, you're engaging in sexual intercourse for money. Like,
yeah, but that's why I don't have a boyfriend and never agreed to. You make sacrifices if you're really into what you're doing. You make sacrifices and you agree that you're going to be alone. That's what you choose. You chose that. You would take accountability for it.
But why would you cry about it?
Because it's hurtful.
Like, it is the case. It is factually the case that you are engaging.
It's hurtful. Yeah, don't accept me, okay?
Why is it hurtful? Why do you do it then?
It's hurtful because I made a choice when
Unmake that choice. Unmake it. Just stop.
You can't. You end up on the floor after 15 shots under clothes and vomit. That's what you end up.
Yeah, don't do that. That sounds awful. Stop doing that. Like,
well, maybe we should stop some of these people that cheat these girls into that business and get them there and traffic them.
For sure.
So clearly there's some kind of trauma that she's been through, that's why she's so emotional. That's why she's crying. That's why I come in as a manager and I keep weirdos from getting to girls and taking advantage of them. That's where I come in, because I prevent that type of shit. Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yes, I on set, on music videos, there's guys that try to get girls drunk, try to give them drugs.
Okay. But not with OnlyFans. You don't
I've never managed. I've had men ask me. I've had girls ask me to manage their OnlyFans. I don't touch that shit. You know why? Because that's not something I want to be around. She's clearly gone through some shit. She's clearly gone through some drama. If she's crying, it's because she already hit that point where it gets ugly.
Well, forgive me if I don't just believe every woman who cries because.
Well, I mean, you need to read between the lines.
I can show you proof. I can show you evidence.
Instantly believing you because the waterworks turns on. But as you may know, after having talked to thousands upon thousands of women, they also use waterworks for the purpose of manipulation. I'm not being mean. I'm just asking her various questions about what it is she's upset about. Also, they don't need your help. It's not necessary. I can definitely have this conversation. So I'm just wondering, like, if we can go back to it, I don't actually understand what it is that you're trying to convey, what you're upset about, why this is such a triggering event to discuss for you.
Me.
Yeah.
Because it occupies every moment of your life.
You mean being in the porn industry?
You there and you can't undo anything. You can only. That's how you're looked at. You get that. So, like I might take my car in to get my brakes fixed, and they're like, they quote me and they charge me double, and then they're like, because of what you do, that's why we charge you double.
What?
Can I ask a question?
Somebody charges you double?
They charge you double?
Yeah, so I had my brakes done on my Saab, and he had to burn it off the caliper. It took him extra time, and then the wife is like, well, because of what you do, you can afford it. And this is my own small
That
town of
doesn't-
100
wait,
people.
Wait, that doesn't mean that you got charged double.
I did.
for what
I
it is
paid-
that
I
they
paid
were
double,
doing.
so-
Because the wife made a joke. That doesn't mean
No,
that
it
you
was
got
it.
charged double.
They charged me double. It was on the receipt, and I have the receipt. But
Yeah,
this
did they
happened
charge-
years ago,
wait.
so it doesn't matter.
Wait, they put on the receipt, we're charging you double because you're in corn?
They told me that in person, though.
I have a question. This is a genuine question. I'm not trying to come at you, but like, what is genuinely stopping you from if it's upsetting you to be in the industry?
It doesn't.
Oh well, then
You can't
that's what I
undo
thought.
it. What other choice do you
So
have?
what's stopping you? Because
What?
there are resources to like get out of it, and there are ways to get out
And
of
you
it.
haven't think I
it's-
haven't?
I know it's hard, but like.
Well, you haven't think I haven't done things? No, I went
No,
back
that's why
to it
I'm asking
because that's what
why.
empowered me then.
So I'm asking
To
you
go back to it,
What
not give
specific?
up.
But what specifically like makes you go back to it?
Because sometimes we don't have that straight to recognize what is the real problem we have in the moment. That is the point right now. What is
Yeah.
they talking about?
What I'm saying is
I'm
that
proud of my work in porn, okay?
No, but I'm saying, is it like a financial thing? Is it like
No, it's
a
not
mental
financial.
thing?
I don't even discuss rates anymore. I don't even show up. I don't know what I'm making, right? I go there because I will fall through with what I agree to do.
So you can afford paying to pay double.
Yeah, I mean, it's like okay, I'm gonna sign this contract. Okay, that's for life, and you dig a grave. That is like, well, if you just walk away, you're gonna die now. No, just keep. You have to keep going, and you can maybe find a way through it, and maybe make that burden less on other people.
Wait, if you breach your contract, they're gonna.
You're in it for
I'm
life.
not in a contract, but I'm saying
I-
that in life, it's terms of like your life, right? Okay, so once you do porn, okay, now you're a sex offender. Now you're this or that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, because of all this stuff. So,
So what you're saying is I should stay on a white and blue page.
I don't know what a white and blue page is.
Like
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. Well, that somebody else owns that, so somebody else owns part of you. So,
Have you
Do you
ever
have
thought
anything
about
to say
managing
about
girls?
that?
Comments. I'm no speaking on that.
So do you guys? Yeah, you don't see it as a slippery slope at all. You think that
I shouldn't
you'll be
make a
able to
white couch
stick to what
video.
you're doing for the rest of your life?
I mean, not for the rest of my life. It's obviously not something I want to do
obviously so
forever. But I don't.
Some of you guys are so perfect.
I don't see it as she is.
If I'm
going
uncomfortable
through
with
it.
something, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm comfortable with the level I'm at right now, and
respect that.
See, that's what I'm just a little confused.
Some of us didn't have boundaries. We didn't know things, right? We end up in front of camera. We're doing things to please our bosses and do what they want us to do, and then
and
we
that's
start
not
pushing
okay
it
for them
too
to do.
far.
I understand what you're saying, and that's not okay for them to
And
do.
they do it over and over again.
I understand that. I'm just asking, like,
So maybe I can help protect girls from getting into that world with those people.
It seems like what she's saying is
It's dangerous.
the issue
Don't go
is
into it.
like having a good role model for women. Don't you guys think that that's true? Like, don't you think that somebody who's encouraging people not to go into this, whether it's not to go into it that far or just to even do things in general like that you guys are doing? Because I remember you mentioned earlier on the podcast, like you were talking about Nicki Minaj and like Kim Kardashian. You really look at these people as idols.
Body-wise.
You have a lot of, but do you have a lot of respect for like who they are as a person?
no, I just like the way they look.
Very interesting.
Wait, I have a lot of
Okay.
respect for
And,
Kim
like, I have a
Kardashian.
lot
She
of
made a whole
respect for
empire
Nicki
out of a sex
Minaj.
tape.
Okay,
That's
okay.
wild.
So you guys see them as like good female role models. Like if you had daughters, you would say, I want you to go watch Kim Kardashian's life and replicate that.
yes.
I mean, she worked hard, and she is where she's at right now.
Don't you want your kids to have individuality and make their own choice of right and wrong?
Yeah, of course. And like I dropped my OF when I was actively still in high school. In
Wasn't
my
there-
small
Wait, you were 18
town of
though,
Ohio.
right?
Yeah, I was 18.
Okay.
Like, but yeah. No, I was 18, but like I've never ever done anything past my comfort zone. And like, so I started getting like traction on social media when I was 15, and the OF comments have always been there since I was like 15 because I've always like kind of had like a chest.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, like, yeah, it's kind of like could be gross, you know, but they were like, it is kind of gross, you know. They were like, oh, do OF, do OF, do OF.
Excuse me? That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And I didn't even know what it was. And I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Did you have Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I
continue,
had no
continue.
clue what it was. Like, I've always just been like, la, 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 like super innocent. Like, my body count's literally 1. Like, I had no clue. And then when I was 17.
Yeah, you had no idea, huh?
No. Like, word to my mother, I did not know what it was.
Oh,
and then I was 17, and I was like, in my math class, and I was like, I have no clue. Like, I'm not the smartest. I was like, I'm not going to go to college. Like, what the hell am I going to do with my life? And I was like, all these girls are making like a lot of money. What should I do? My comments are saying this one thing. What should I do? So I did some research, and I was like, you don't have to take it that far. I can like stand my ground, and I can do what I want to do. So like whenever like I like will message these guys, and if they'll like text me and they'll be like, hey, I want you to do like this, this, and this, and I will literally just be like, I'm not doing this.
That's just heartbreaking.
Wait,
That's heartbreaking. It sounds like social media like destroyed you.
You have a choice now, you know.
Because if there were men telling you, hey, start an OF on your Instagram, and then you just like listened to what they had to say, and you just went right into it.
I gotta get into some chats.
Go
No,
ahead.
Finish. Go ahead, finish. I thought you were.
Yeah, but like if you get a custom request, you don't
Wait, hold
have
on.
to do it.
Do you want to finish your point?
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fascinating to me that you went from not even knowing what it was to being like, okay, this is how I'm gonna make money. Like, you don't see other routes of going about that?
I could have done like TikTok Shop does amazing, but
You
also
could have
like,
been an engineer.
I would like to chime in.
You could have been
but
a brain surgeon or a rocket
yes, but
scientist.
also like
And you could still be.
Yeah, I could.
She still could.
I could go back.
Dude,
I've always wanted to be a lawyer.
Like,
I
why
love
do you
arguing.
believe this, though?
Why don't you become a lawyer?
Guess what? Kim K
Why
years
do you-
later
like,
did that.
why do you
But you
actually
need
believe her when she's
money
like,
to do
"Oh,
stuff like
I
that.
was so innocent. I
don't have that money to do that. I can
Why do you
build a
believe that?
business
School is
in a
expensive.
couple
Wait,
years.
guys,
You know what I'm saying?
I do have to move things on here a little bit. Kevin Albanese says, hello, everyone. OnlyFans, porn, and even social media needs to be banned. It's corrupted our society, both men and women. I'll be the first in line to admit it. Kevin, thank you for the very generous super chat, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Agreed.
And
Hang on,
then-
Brian, I did want to say very
Ban
briefly
us.
Sure.
before you move on.
Go ahead.
To the gentleman there, like, you shouldn't believe this. Like, this is obvious bullshit, right? So the women like this will do this all the time. They'll be like, oh my God, I was perfectly innocent. I had an angelic halo. It was over my head. I was born with cherub wings. And then the evil men came and fucking corrupted me. Oh my God, it was awful. Like, they're full of shit. Full of shit. Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. Then I looked into it and went, oh, this sounds like a great idea. Yeah,
No, I
fucking right.
seriously
Like, nobody believes that shit. Nobody believes that shit.
Seriously didn't. Like, no one even talks about it in Ohio. Like, everyone in my school doesn't even like. They did not think I was gonna do it.
What
or
did your
anything.
parents think of it?
My parents, they like fully support it because I also have epilepsy, so I can't drive. I'm going.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to be 19 and I cannot drive a car.
Hold on. Your
that why you were
parents
late?
support it because you have epilepsy.
Yes, because listen, what? Okay, wait.
It's hard to work when you have. My
It's
mom
hard
has
to-
epilepsy.
It's hard to work. You
certain
cannot work a
jobs.
certain job. Like my whole entire I would have a seizure. You cannot retain information. It wipes my memory away. So like I have several health
Do you
conditions.
take medication?
Yes,
for,
daily.
What are your other?
I can show you like my
conditions?
narcotics. Like if I were to have a seizure
Okay.
right now, you would put it in my nose.
I put it in.
Yeah,
your
my
nose.
brother.
Yeah.
My brother's.
I
an
probably should have
epileptic.
told you of this if I were to have a
My
seizure.
brother's an
Yeah.
epileptic. He works as a mechanic. He literally welding, doing things like
Okay,
this.
when was
right?
his last seizure? Can I ask you?
He has them all the time.
All the time.
Wait,
And
so
he's working with heavy machinery.
Can you drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bestie has
You know
seizures.
what?
Her
I
license
think
was
it
just
depends
he
when you
suspended.
shouldn't
had
be
your
driving,
most-
'cause
yeah, it's when you had your most recent one because
Yeah.
my
Are you
mom
gonna
just
have a
had
seizure?
driving.
Are you gonna have a seizure on the show?
No.
If you had a seizure, would you just wake up and
I'm-
just forget that you ever started
Yeah.
an OnlyFans?
Do you fall forward or backwards?
No, it
when you
really
have a
like
seizure?
I like fall like
Do you
this.
slump?
Yeah, like I fall
Here,
and I
push your
start
drink.
shaking.
Push the drink to the center. of the
Guys,
table.
I'm 3 months seizure free. I'm about to be able to drive. You have to do like
trigger-
6
Does something
months.
trigger it?
It's like different, like lack of
flashing
sleep,
lights?
flashing lights. It's like
You
if
get
stress.
auras?
No,
You
I get
get
like
auras?
a really bad headache, and then like sometimes
What are
with,
your
like,
other
auras.
health issues? You
I have POTS, which is I got completely
Dude.
nerfed. It's like a
Yep.
heart condition.
Yeah.
So then I have also oh my God,
Yeah,
I almost
POTS is
cursed.
pretty horrible.
Yep.
Yeah. So I get super sleepy, and then I have to take salt tablets. Like I'm completely
Yeah.
nerfed. So then also I have Raynaud's, which is an autoimmune disease.
Oh, yes.
Well,
And-
most of these are autoimmune related, right? POTS is generally autoimmune related. Like, aren't most of these autoimmune related?
No.
Even seizures have been linked to autoimmune disease.
Epilepsy
That's
is
cool.
like my brain. POTS is due to
your
my
neurology.
heart.
Andrew, are you okay?
Yeah.
Andrew, are you okay with a woman who has POTS and Raynaud's and seizures? Do we give
That's
a
out of her
little?
control.
Do we give a bit of quarter?
I was also in
Do
a
we
wheelchair
give
in third
quarter
grade.
to a
You can
woman?
manage. Look, most people who have these conditions
For a whole year.
manage them without taking their clothes off for money. I'm sorry to be the bearer of
I
bad
have a
news here.
question.
Like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but almost everybody who has these conditions doesn't have to take their clothes off for money. I'm just pointing this
Just
out.
pointing it out. What's your question?
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question. Do your parents financially support you in any way? Like, do you
No, I actually like my little sister is 7 years old, and like I will do anything that I can for them. Like, so I bought her like a whole entire new summer wardrobe because like my family's not like, I didn't come from like a lot, you know. So then also like for her 7th birthday, I flew her out and like a whole entire Disney trip.
cool.
So like I do like as much as I can for them, and I would like to give
great.
back once I make the money.
wonderful.
I'd like to buy them like a whole new home, and like that's
home.
really like my goal with
because
our goal.
my understanding of OF and like sex work in general is that like it's a last resort. Like,
Nah,
like instead of
I do
going-
have to move things on. Lucas, chair one, would you care to point to where I can find the epistemic moral grounding principles upon which you base your claim that OF is not immoral? Is it in the Bible of Anton LaVey? This is for you, I think. And
So, where does your moral compass stem from?
Where everybody else's things I've been through, personal experiences,
that's
day-to-day
beautiful.
life.
That's great.
Did I answer that right?
I mean, I don't think
That's good.
I think that's the most common answer.
I do have to move things on here. Going to Scarlett. Let me get your notes going here. Scarlett, you, hold on. You're related to the president, POTUS John Adams?
Yeah, I am.
Which president? He was like
The second president.
He was the second president.
Yeah.
You're related. How did you get like a?
It's my grandma on my grandma's side.
Okay.
Like up through the tree. So
On
very
your-
distant. But I just found it out this like I found it out earlier, but like I actually like had to confirm it.
Like today?
Well, like it was recently I had to
Yeah.
confirm it.
I'm
I thought
re-
that was the funny fact because we could all be related to each other. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm related to. Sorry, hold on. Never mind.
Oh no.
Who am I related to?
Oh, you're definitely
Frederick Douglass.
Oh my. Who's that?
What? I'm related to Frederick Douglass.
Is that the black guy?
Yeah, it's the black guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
probably didn't inherit anything from him.
Crickets.
So, anyways, you in your notes, Scarlett, you say you've been in the industry for over 3 years now,
Yeah.
and you're conservative.
Yeah.
LOL. That's what you wrote. You wrote
okay.
LOL.
Oh yeah. I wrote
But
that. Wow.
you didn't decide that you were conservative until you paid taxes.
Yeah,
Your first year.
Based.
Yeah.
Incredibly based.
Because I felt like 9 months and I like doing everything they're giving to me in front of me, and this is what you gotta
Wait,
do.
just a little closer to the mic if you can. Can
Yeah.
you just scoot it to your to the left a
Okay.
little bit? Yeah. So you got hit with a big tax bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
so like 1/3
pretty
of
much
what
every
everything I made.
liberal
So then I'm like,
taxes.
why did I 1 year of my life define so much of who I am now, or as far as what other people would see me as, and it takes 1/3. It was not worth it then. So then I figure out how to do more business stuff. Got an accountant, and I learned how to
you're
do my
talking
own
about tax
deductions.
deductions?
Yeah, my deductions, and my dad's conservative, so he taught me how to do my taxes. And see, my mom's liberal, and she always let my dad do the taxes.
What? Just curious. What does the typical like porn star deduct from her
So
taxes?
we
Nothing.
have.
Also, I'm just pointing out that liberals can indeed do taxes with.
Well, my mom can,
There are a lot
but
of
they don't
things
care as
you
much
can't
about
exactly.
paying them, right? Well, like they don't care about how much they pay.